God bless you and welcome to another episode of the Rock Your World Naturally show. And welcome to the month of August, the 8th month on our calendar. You know, spiritually speaking, the number 8 is symbolic of new beginnings. And this month is off to a great start. With many women that I'm working with, they've joined my Get Fit 21 group. And for 21 days, we are working together towards the path of looking, feeling, and living better by losing weight, lowering blood pressure, increasing energy levels, and even getting their blood sugar levels under control. And this is something that we can all take note of because what we're eating plays a big role in managing our healthy blood glucose levels. And eating less sugar is just the beginning. So if you're looking for ways to support normal, healthy blood sugar levels, today I'll be sharing foods that can lower blood sugar and 7 healthy food swaps for sugary foods. Let's get into it. When it comes to women's health, there's an overwhelming amount of information out there, and honestly, it can be quite confusing. Diets, fads, trends, which one is right? What if I told you the answers to optimal health can be found in one of the most ancient medical books ever written, the Bible? If you're ready to take the guesswork out of living a healthier life, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Rock Your World Naturally show. I'm Rekishia McMillan, honorably retired Air Force veteran, certified health coach, and award-winning author. After years of trying to recover my health the world's way, I was still sick, depressed, and had no energy. Finally, I surrendered to God, and He showed me in the Bible how to recover my health, and it rocked my world naturally. My calling is to help women who are struggling and burnout to have more energy and lose weight by using God's prescription for physical, mental, and spiritual health. If you're ready to experience extraordinary health, grab your favorite herbal tea or power smoothie, and let's get ready to rock your world naturally. I'm going to begin by sharing 5 simple practices that you can start right now to begin regulating your blood sugar levels. The first thing you can do is say yes to healthy fats. Fat is the body's most efficient energy source and creates no insulin response. And this is a major plus for those who are monitoring their blood sugar levels. You just have to be sure that you're consuming unsaturated fats, also known as the good fats, which are commonly found in our avocados, our fish, nuts, beans, extra virgin olive oil, and the like. The next thing that you can do is eat plenty of fiber. Fiber actually slows down the absorption of glucose in the bloodstream, and it helps to keep insulin as well as our blood sugar levels in check. When it comes down to dietary fibers, these are plant-derived carbohydrates that can be found in many of our fruits and our vegetables, our whole grains, as well as our legumes. And unlike other nutrients, fiber actually resists digestion and absorption in the small intestine. And instead, it passes through the digestive tract, and some of those fibers are fermented in our colon by microorganisms called the gut microbiota. Dietary fiber is well documented for having beneficial effects on our gastrointestinal health as a whole. And some of those benefits include regulating our digestion as well as nutrient absorption. The third thing that you can do is eliminate or reduce sugar. Too many added sugars for too long can keep your blood sugar levels chronically elevated. So the candy, pastries, bread, the treats, we have to do some reduction. And I'm going to share some tips on how you can swap these things out for a healthier option. The other thing that you can do is eat the right carbs. You don't have to cut out carbohydrates altogether from your diet, though, because many complex carbohydrates are found in our fruits, our vegetables, our whole grains, and they have a low glycemic score, meaning that they won't cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. And so a carbohydrate is a molecule that actually consists of carbon, hydrogen, as well as oxygen. And those carbohydrates are broken down into the body, and they go through cellular processes to create energy that we need. And so they are an important part of our diet because they provide the energy that we need to function each and every day. This also helps our brain to run optimally when we are having those healthy carbs in our diet. The last thing is that we want to be mindful of our portion sizes. We know that this is big, especially in the Western world where everything is supersized, biggie sized. Everything is just extra. But what happens is that when we're putting a lot of food within the body, that it puts strain on the body. And so from time to time when this happens, when we are digesting so much food, the blood sugar levels become elevated. So you want to be able to listen to your body and stop eating when you're full. And I actually wrote about this in my book, Rock Your World Naturally, 7 Divine Keys to Unlock Extraordinary Health. That each and every one of our bodies has a language. And when our bodies are speaking, we have to listen to what our bodies are saying. So if your body is saying that you are full, that you are satisfied, then stop right there so that you don't end up in a situation with elevated blood sugar levels. And so with these simple 5 practices that have been reviewed, again, you can begin to implement those into your life each and every day. Now we want to take a look at one of the things that women may tend to struggle with the most, and that's okay. We've got the 5 different things that we can do, but how do we go about eating less refined sugar? What can I do? What are some strategies that I can implement into my life? And I practice with my clients what I call swap this for that. And so if we are honest, we look around in our culture, we're inundated with sugar everywhere. It's even hidden in so many foods that we don't even think sugar would be in that. But if we closely read and examine those labels, we'll find sugar is hidden within many of the foods that we're not even aware of. And so we want to be able to exercise some self-control, some temperance, as Galatians, the 5th chapter, talks about. Having the fruit of the Spirit, and one of those is self-control. We want to be able to implement self-control even when it comes down to sugar consumption. And so for many, substituting one food for another is an easy and it's effective way to cut down on the sugar and to support normal, healthy blood sugar levels. And so it's going to leave us without feeling deprived of anything. And so this is a strategy that I want you to try. Even as I'm going through these, think about your own personal life and how you can implement this practice of swapping this for that. So when it comes to dessert, yes, we know that most individuals are looking for some type of dessert, especially after a very filling meal. You might have that desire to have something sweet. And so for any dessert, the swap out is fruit. And so there are a lot of possibilities for the swap. Just make sure that you're actually replacing your dessert with a healthier alternative, ladies. So Swapping chocolate cake for apple pie doesn't count at all. So instead of cake, cookies, or donuts, you want to try to swap it out with something like berries, grapes, baked apples that are sprinkled with cinnamon to help satisfy your sweet tooth without the extra sugar. And something that is one of my favorites that is a regular practice in my life is that you can enjoy a fruity herbal tea like blueberry, hibiscus, or even cherry after your dinner meal. It's a very satisfying practice, and I've been doing that now for, oh my goodness, maybe 15 years or more that I've actually substituted dessert for a nice warming herbal tea. When it comes to candy bars, you can replace a candy bar with dark chocolate. And that's good news because who doesn't like chocolate? Chocolate is one of my favorites, and you don't have to give it up. But what you can do is instead of having a candy bar that is so loaded with refined sugar that does so much damage to the body, you can switch out to dark chocolate, and the darker, the better. So when you get into like the 70% dark, 80% dark, there's not much sugar in that, but it's such a good alternative, and it's good for your heart health. And it's just going to be an overall better alternative for you. When it comes to white bread, you can do a swap with whole wheat or whole grain bread. And so you're doing more than trading one color for another in this swap, because whole wheat or whole grain bread contains more fiber and other nutrients than white bread that won't impact your blood sugar levels as much. And so the same principle applies when it comes down to pasta. You can choose a healthier version of pasta, whether it's a whole grain pasta, brown rice, or even brown rice pastas as a healthy alternative. If you enjoy sweetened yogurt, you can swap that out with plain Greek yogurt, and you can add fruit with that. And so yogurt is considered healthy, but you have to be careful about what kind of yogurt you buy, because there are many brands today that are full of added sugar. So you want to try a plain Greek yogurt, and you can mix in your own fresh fruit with that. Juice, fruit juice. This is a big one because people love juice. So you can actually replace or swap that out with water with a squeeze of fresh citrus or other refreshing fruits, because you can't be fooled by the fruity word in front of juice because just because it has the word fruit doesn't mean it's healthy for you, because 9 times out of 10 it's got a lot of refined sugar in it. Most drinks, in fact, have a lot of sugar, which is why water is the ideal go-to hydration. You know, water is just not a liquid, but it is a nutrient. It is the first element that the Bible mentions in the book of Genesis in the first chapter. So if water was the first element that God created in all of creation, or it was present at creation, then we really need to begin to drink that water and partake of that water. So you can squeeze lemon, orange, you can put blueberries in there, strawberries, just to add a refreshing twist. I like to add mint in my water as well. You can replace an energy drink or coffee for a healthier alternative, such as una mate. And so, you know, from time to time, we all may need a pick-me-up every now and then, but there are steadier, healthier alternatives without that energy crash that is lying in wait. And so there is an alternative called una mate, which contains the yerba mate plant. It is a wonderful drink. And I have to just share this testimony of this sister who shared her experience with the unamate, which contains the yerba mate. And so she says, I'm 100% in love with the products unamate and matcha. I've been sick for 3 years due to COVID. I used to be an active person and the fun one of the group, and COVID really took that away. The chronic pain since September has taken a toll on me. I couldn't cook, clean, dress myself. The pain was so excruciating, which adds on to depression and add on to that chronic fatigue. It has only been a week of being on the matcha and the unamate, and no longer am I on my antidepressants. The pain has decreased, and I finally started working out and being more active with my dog and not having that chronic fatigue, just normal sleepiness that was due to lack of sleep. But once I have my drinks, I'm ready to go. My wallet is also happy. No more expensive Starbucks. I can keep going on and on. I think you can tell how amazing of a change I've had in just 1 week. My IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, no more, stomach pains, and I can feel it getting back to regular. Again, I am so excited and so happy to have found these amazing drinks. And that is Stephanie from Nevada. And so that is about the power that is found within the yerba mate. And if you'd like to know more about yerba mate and this incredible natural energy herbal drink, I want to encourage you to listen to podcast episode 129, The Power of Yerba Mate for Women's Health. This is a plant-based medicine that you can actually drink. When it comes down to sugary cereals, this is our final swap. You want to replace that with a quality protein. And so have you ever wondered why you're hungry an hour after feasting on a bowl of your favorite cereal? It's because all of that sugar is digested very quickly, leaving you tired and hungry. And not too much later, you're looking for something else to eat. So it's important to start your day with a high quality protein instead. So whether you do that in the form of food, whether that's boiled eggs, or you can do a high quality protein supplement, something that I recommend with my clients is Vanilla Complete. It delivers 100% of the daily recommended amount of many vitamins and minerals, along with a delicious taste, and it will keep you satiated for hours. And so I wanted to be able to share this information with you because there are so many women that I meet, individuals that I come across where their blood sugar levels are really at unhealthy levels, and 9 times out of 10 it's because of the diet that they're eating. But if you implement these simple practices that you can begin today, that you will begin to see a change. These practices, they're simple, they're effective, and again, they can be implemented immediately to help you move into better health. And when we talk about our blood sugar levels, we always go back to Leviticus 17 and 11, which says that the life of all living creatures is in the blood. So we want to make sure that our blood environment is as healthy as possible. So we want to feed our blood environment with those things that are going to keep it healthy. So I want to encourage you to take the necessary actions that you need to take to keep your blood sugar levels healthy. If you need additional support, or if you have a health question or a topic that you'd like to see featured on the show, message me. I would love to connect with you. So until next week, God bless you. Be well. Know that my prayers are with you. Have a healthy and a blessed week. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I pray that it blessed and challenged you to move towards living the abundant life that God has for you. If so, would you stop right now to share this episode with someone who's been praying to improve their health spiritually, physically, or emotionally? I would love it if you could take 30 seconds to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. This is the only way that I know that you're liking the show. Also, it rocks my world to hear from you. Lastly, come on over to my free community, RekishiaMcMillanCommunity.com, to grab your free gifts. I have everything you need to know about working with me, taking my courses, or connecting. Also, head over to RekishiaMcMillan.com to explore my health products and sign up for free complimentary health coaching. My prayer for you will always be 3 John 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. I'll see you in a few days. God bless.